This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This episode is proud to be sponsored by Now, where you can stream Sky Sports flexibly. Catch the biggest games this season how you want, when you want. The football season is back, and you can keep up with all the action on Sky Sports with a Now membership. Whether you're perched on the edge of your sofa or hiding behind it, you can capture more of the drama this season with Now. The heat of the moment, the 90th minute winner, that last-ditch tackle, the pride on the line, and the best bit, you can dip in for the derby or stay for the season. With a Now month membership, you can stream all Sky Sports channels flexibly. No fuss. Go to nowtv.com to find out more about sports memberships. 18 plus, UK only. Minimum speed 2.5 megabits per second. Live scheduling may be subject to change. Full terms apply.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
This podcast is sponsored by AMG Logistics and in association with the Birmingham City Official Supporters Clubs. I'm your host, Craig Courtney, and we're looking forward to the next Blues game and finding out what our opposition fans think. Sit tight and enjoy the next edition of The Away End. Right, welcome to another Away End. I can't believe we're saying this, but 2 games in the space of a week. It's rather than internationals, we're playing proper football. And it comes off the back of a decent result for Birmingham for a change. So Tuesday sees Chris Davis up against a resurgent Millwall side led by Alex Neil. After the weekend, Birmingham 4-0 drubbing of Portsmouth, and the Lions off, I suppose, and we'll come on to it shortly, bit of a disappointing 2-2 draw, especially as the goal was in the 96th minute against Gary Rowett's Oxford. So despite the equaliser, though, the Lions come into the game 4th in the league, sitting high and sitting pretty on 24 points. Birmingham, a bit lower down, but this league is absolutely anybody's as we go into this. It's also the first time I can say that Birmingham are going into a game after they've scored goals off set pieces. We were all calling for the set piece coach to disappear a few weeks ago, and now he is God. 3 of the 4 goals at the weekend all came from corners or a free kick. So what can we say?
Getting ready for the Prem.
It is. That's it. We're playing. And scarily, some fans started or trying to sing that silly Arsenal song about set pieces. No, doesn't exist. Take it away. But we're joined by Mickey from the That Millwall podcast to take us through what we can expect on Tuesday evening and what we're going to see in terms of their highs and lows. So, first of all, thank you very much for joining us on the Away End. It's very much appreciated. And we're looking forward to a great game on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game. I think that the level of games what are coming at the moment are worrying because obviously, you know, it stands to risk more players getting injured and stuff. But and we had a couple go down at the weekend. But no, I think it's good. I think we're coming into our own. I think we've got a lot of belief in the team at the moment. I think within the players. I won't talk about anything there just in case I ruin any of your questions coming up. I'll let you lead that. But I just think there's a belief with the players, with the fans, and considering that we started quite poorly as such, especially with our home record. Away weren't too bad, but the home record was not as great as it was, you know, in the physical realm. But on paper, we weren't doing too bad. We were like 5-7 or something, 5-8, if you take in the ones from last season as well. But yeah, no, some of our fans were getting a little bit overexcited, same as football fans always do, especially the modern football fans. But listen, those of us who've been there through the struggles, the ups and downs, and the 5-0 first half to lose, and that, obviously not that much, but you get what I mean, where we throw games away. Yeah, it's a good time to be a Millwall fan at the minute. I think it's working. The model is starting to show reward.
Sometimes you have to go back to basics, don't you, to bring it back? And we had the disappointment of relegation, building it back up, gaining that momentum last season, and now, what fair to say, this league is poor. It's anybody's league. There's not one team's going to run away with it. Look at.
I think that's a bit of a harsh statement to a level. I think the league is good, as in it's for once it's very, very much, there isn't any real standouts. Anyone is beatable. Unlike the Prem where, they're just going to spank anyone and everyone. But I think that it's very open. Anyone can beat anyone. And the level of football is definitely lifted up. But yeah, I think it's a shock because everyone thought you were going to absolutely piss the league with all the money you've had put in and all that. And you found that actually it doesn't matter how good your players are. It's about how good the team works together and to get the result.
Well. And I think that's one of the key things that I'm seeing from the Millwall side is the consistency of the team, first of all, and the structure that's in place. We may, I'm probably counting my chickens here, but we may see the same side on Tuesday as we saw Saturday. And if that happens, that will be a first.
Did you see that, Alex? Yeah. Same team on.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens on Tuesday. Simply that we won't know what's coming. But, Birmingham's record really is pretty mixed against Millwall. We've played each other 7 times. Of those, Birmingham have won 24, drawn 17, lost 16. So it's pretty close overall. Yeah. But in our last 5 games that we've played against each other, you're on top of us because it's 3 wins for Millwall, a win and a draw then for Blues. So it's pretty close. And I don't think, really, I could say we haven't really seen bad games between the clubs over the years.
No, I think it's always been half decent teams, and as long as the ref is half decent rather than the crock we've had recently, and the one at Oxford was questionable. I mean, not the added time, but other bits and pieces throughout the game, I think it was questionable. But listen, I think that's just the level of referees we've got. I mean, it could be worse. We could have VAR.
Let's not go there.
And at least we haven't got that. So, yeah. And as long as we don't have that, then, yeah, great,
It spoils the game. I mean, come on, everybody wants to see a goal scored and we don't want to wait 6 minutes to actually find out it's going to be rolled off or it's going to stand. It's as simple as that. It's good for some things, but it's got a lot.
I went to a Chelsea game with where I work. We have hospitality. I had to take some customers there last season. And I went with one of my pals because a couple of customers pulled out. So I took a couple of pals with us and we went. And it's better to watch Premier League on the telly than it is in the stand, because when the VAR comes in, you have no idea what's going on. And it's like, I mean, we were there for, Chelsea, Man United, and there was a disallowed goal or a potential disallowed goal, which it was. And you're like, for about 6 minutes, you ain't got a clue what's going on.
Well, at least
there's no announcements, no nothing. At least if you're watching it at home, you've got the replays, you've got the commentators in the studio going, it looks it. And at least you understand what's going on. You're just there going, why? What is it?
And what I can't understand is, why are we not using this auto offside? It actually worked in the World Cup and Euros. Let's use it. It's good. It gives you a decision in seconds. Forget this business of I'm palming it off to my mate that's in the corner in the machine. It is money.
It's money because the problem is they need to put all the sensors across the stadium and whatnot. So yeah, I mean you've got it as well. We've got Hawkeye to be able to tell goal line, but again I think that cost the clubs about 90 grand a pop for the cameras for that. So I think I think you could just imagine that it'll be a Premier League approved company. What will put it in? Yeah,
my mate over there is going to do this for us. You know,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
getting a season ticket at his club for the next 5-10 years, but he's going to do it.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about Millwall then, because obviously we haven't played each other for a few years now with the relegation, etc. I think, in fact, the last time we played at St Andrews was actually back in 2023. It ended up as a 1-1 draw. The last time we actually played each other was March 24, and we lost 1-0.
Yeah.
Again, close games. But what can we expect from Millwall now and the difference under Alex Neil? Where's your strengths and where do you think your weaknesses are?
I think we're not a journeyman club no more. As in before, we used to have quite an older population within the Millwall players. Mm-hmm. I think now we've changed that dreadfully, like massively. We're now probably either the or one of the youngest teams in the Championship, and I think what you get from that is a team what will come to you, will run at you. They're not afraid. Yep. You know, do they have bundles of experience? Not all of them, but they're game, and they can cause problems. And I think that's the difference where it is that if he sets us up, depending how he sets us up, but if we come at you, we could cause you a proper fright, you know, in the first 15, 20 minutes if we come at you. I mean, we've got a few players, unfortunately for us, fortunate for you, who went off injured on Saturday, like Femi Aziz. But yeah, I think we got others what can replace, and others what will bring just the same sort of we're starting to put stuff in. We just need a striker what can actually score now. So yeah.
Do you know what? So you can say that. I think about everybody in this league so far. Everybody I've interviewed has said the same thing. We've got a great nucleus, but we need somebody to put the ball in the onion net. And it's like, and I can say this exactly the same for Birmingham. I mean, the goals at the weekend came from 2 in midfield, 1 defender, and a winger. You know, it's our strike force. Everybody goes on about Stansfield and the money that was spent. He's actually probably proven himself more as I'm dragging defenders away and creating space. Yeah. He is actually being that natural goal scorer. And Kyogo, I just want him to get this little bit of luck that gets him the one goal that I think will start a run. But at the moment, he's not getting it. But so strengths, it sounds as though young, eager team out to impress.
We've got pace, and that's the difference. Yeah, we've got pace now, and we've got a solid back line. I mean, we've got a French guy in there, Kramer, who's we got on part of a deal where we had a young player go to Brentford, who's he's mustard, mate. How people, you know, he's at Exeter last year. You probably played him when he was at Exeter. French, 6'7", central centre back. He's huge. Yeah. But he's absolutely solid as hell. And since he's been in the team, I mean, we sold Tango, obviously, to Sheffield United. We haven't really missed him.
Huh.
So, you know what I mean? We now got, obviously, Caleb Taylor in there and whatnot. But, yeah, we've not really missed him. Kramer is an 8, maybe an 8.5 every game.
And that's what you want. That consistency, first of all, keeps the side together. And secondly, when you've got that sort of level on a consistent basis, people are like fearing before they even come into a game, and he's like, how are you going to break this person down, or what can we do to beat them?
So I'd say we've probably got 3 or 4, probably 8.5s consistent every game. You know, people who you can absolutely bank on.
And I'll tell you what, I wish I could say that about Birmingham. We can't. Yeah. The level of consistency just completely disappears. To go to Deepdale, beat Preston when they had been beaten at home and look absolutely rock solid, to then go down to Ashton Gate and concede the sloppiest of sloppy goals, have over 65% possession and not be able to get anywhere near goal, shows how inconsistent we are. Because then it comes to Saturday, and Jesus, you'd have thought we were back in Division 1, because the team is like, we're just going to pummel you, we're going to steamroll you, and it's 40 seconds into the game, we had a first opportunity. I'm thinking, what's going on here? You know, what have they given those players before they've come out the dressing room? But again, you showed the first half as it got to the end of it the ability for another team just to switch it on and kind of take control.
And that's what we had. It was literally, I mean, you can't take it away. Okay, we can joke and say, the referee was shit, but you can't take it away from Oxford.
No.
I mean, if you look at Oxford's goals, both their goals were, great goals. They were like, if you were gonna end up having a comeback to draw a game, they were the goals you want because they were, they were blind. I mean, yep, our goal, what we scored with Cooper, yep, great, made a lot of people money because if Cooper scores, he's normally at least 9-1 upwards. So yeah, he's always worth a punt on just in case. He's 400. It was his 400th appearance for us too. So it was nice for him to do. Just a shame we didn't get the win. But again, the first goal for them was an absolute rocket. Top corner, job done. And the second one was was another good strike. So you can't really moan because realistically, did we close them down quick enough? Probably not. But at the end of the day, shit happens, doesn't it, in football?
Oh yeah, this is the thing. You don't mind losing a game to an absolute screamer, and doesn't matter who's in goal, nobody's going to stop it. It's those really sloppy ones where, I'll just let the ball go behind me and tap it.
Well, that's where we were okay now because we had a keeper in before who the fans lack confidence in him. I think the back four lacked confidence in him, and he lacked confidence. But he hadn't played for ages. Come from Fulham, he's a good keeper, German keeper, good keeper, Bender. But he just hasn't played. Stephen Bender just hasn't played a lot, and I don't think the Championship is there really. It's not favourable if you've not played. If you don't have that confidence, it's not favourable as a keeper. Our main keeper went off injured, was it last season with an Achilles? And now we've got Max Concrum or whatever his name is in, and he's a lot more confident. He's a good keeper, and you can see that he can demand the box. He commands it much better. So, yeah, facing you with him in goal is a lot more relief to us going into it. Yeah, we can stand a little bit more hope. We could sit there and go, yeah, we might be able to win it 1-0 or something like that. But, yeah, if Bender was in, I'll be sitting there going, yeah, I reckon we'll probably get stuffed 4-0. Watch it happen. Do you know what I mean?
We can't call our goalkeeper at the moment. Ryan Allsop's sitting on the bench and having Beadle in. And it's like, 1 minute you're looking at him thinking, wow, that was a fantastic save. You can truly see whilst you're, England under 21's keeper. And then there's the next part thinking, you don't command your box. He will flap at certain things. And then this is where, with yourselves, you start whipping balls in, and it depends on the frame of mind he's actually in. Because I saw it the weekend. 1 minute, very commanding up there. I'm taking the ball. Nobody's getting past me. He'll take one for the team. But the next minute, he's coming out, he's diving forwards like Superman. I'm thinking, why are you trying to clear? Because it's not going to work.
We had that. I mean, Sheffield United, when we played Sheffield United up there, Bender played out of his skin. It was as if he was a world-class keeper. And you watch that and you go, wow. And then you watch other games where we've lost him and you're like, that can't be the same keeper, surely. But, I think Alex Neil said, I said to Bender before the game, we need him to be superb. He needs to play out of his skin today. And he took the challenge and done it. And yet other games, that he's probably been told the same thing and he's been pony. Absolute pony.
Tuesday night, he has one of them games where he completely...
No, I don't. No, I don't. No.
So we've heard your strengths. Am I hearing that the weakness is possibly the fact of the inconsistency of like a goalkeeping area, for example, or do you think there's other weaknesses?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's really got a keeper. I think our main weakness at the moment is being able to, the strikers to be able to score. And the guy who was on fire and was scoring has just gone down injured. I mean, he was scored in 4 consecutive games. And we were hoping that he was going to score in the 5th, but he didn't. And now he's injured. And I think that's a concern. But we've got other players what can, do that. But yeah, if we had it depends who he plays. I would have more faith with the wingers than if he puts Langstaff on. But I can't see it. He's probably going to play with the big Serb. And the big Serb just doesn't seem back to his self, what he was last year. I mean, is our probably our top striker as such towards the end of last season, and yet he scored one goal this season. So it sums it up.
I think that though.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all on the app. Download today.
Strikers in this league are just things that they don't come together. I think it's because it's such a tough league. When you come to the defensive side of it, the teams in here are actually pretty structured, and we've also got a lot of managers in this league that were ex-defenders.
Yeah,
you know, you saw it the weekend. Rowett can set up a side, and I remember him at Birmingham.
Yeah,
defensively and midfield wise, he can set up a ridiculously strong side. But the one thing he lacked was, I'm going to go and be able to stick somebody up front or find somebody that's going to make me every game. But it does.
The problem we've got is just sorry. Yeah, no, I agree. And the problem we've got as well is that the Serb doesn't seem to be able to play as a lone striker.
Yeah.
If you put him as a part of a 2 and he's bouncing off the likes of Coburn, then they seem to be, Coburn gets the ball down, forwards it out. Now we've got the wingers and they're sticking balls in. He just doesn't seem to be, really, really confident. Put it on the floor to him, he's okay with it, but putting in the air, not massive. So that's where I think Langstaff will probably be a little bit better with balls coming in. But again, he hasn't been getting any game time. So if he does play, it'll be a shock. But it'll be a shock potentially good, because I could just see him going out and just scoring a few goals just to sit there and go, why aren't you playing me every week?
Yeah. Told you so, boss. I've been knocking on your door, but why aren't I playing?
Yeah.
So it sounds as though then Tuesday is going to be extremely open. And I've got to say, I do like the games against Millwall. And I hate the reputation that comes with both clubs, needs to disappear, because some of the games that we've had between us have been phenomenal over the years. Obviously, I'll mention the playoff, because that was, despite the result for yourselves, was a great set of games.
Apart from you couldn't get out afterwards.
We couldn't get out the stadium, yeah. Probably the scariest that people have ever been. But that also comes with the passion of both clubs. Are we going to see Tuesday night heightened police presence? Of course we are. But actually, you also have a great game.
Yeah, you're going to see heightened police with everything that's going on in the world as well. I think,
exactly.
I don't think it'll be a Millwall thing. I think it's just going to be, there's a lot of fans travelling on trains and everything else. I think that's why, it'll be.
I totally agree. I want this reputation side of it to disappear and actually just go, I'm coming to the game and I'm going to enjoy what I see.
Trouble is, it will never disappear, because the problem is that it sells newspapers.
Yeah.
It's clickbait. As soon as you put, Millwall versus Birmingham clashing on the streets, or Birmingham, fighting on the street, people will be clicking like mad. And then you've got, it's a thing we sit there and talk about on the show. We do a lot of fan protection, like talk fans out if you get arrested and what to do. And, slightly different to a lot of the other podcasts out there. We work with a lawyer firm, and I done a lot of fan stuff back in the day, like fan liaison and fan supporting. So we pushed that a lot. And the problem is that football fans as a whole are targeted massively, and by the police and the authorities and whatnot. And the problem is that while you've got people wanting it to kick off and the young kids videoing it and, putting it on their socials for away day and all these sort of different channels, what just take your content and publish it out for their own likes and monetize and all that, what you're doing is basically giving the police 4K evidence of, someone maybe misbehaving, or you're giving them what they're wearing and everything else, you're pretty much doing the police's job for them. So listen, if you want to video it, great, but just keep it for yourself, mate. Don't be put it in your little WhatsApp groups maybe, but don't be sharing it out in a public remit, because you're pretty much just stitching your pals up.
Yeah. And I think we'll see, without fail, there'll be that talk, or wonder what's going to happen, and the fans going to behave and everything else. I've been to games where they've misbehaved. I've been to games where the fans have been brilliant with each other.
Yeah.
It comes down to sometimes they've run a form that everybody's in, because let's face it, when your team are losing, there's nothing worse.
Yeah.
But when your team are winning and doing well, we're coming off the back of a decent result. You're in the league. I'm hoping we'll be okay.
Yeah, and we're pretty safe. So, yeah, we're okay. We're like 4 points off, about 7th or so. So, yeah, I mean, realistically, we're not going to,
So I'm going to challenge you a little bit now.
Go on in.
Right. So, over the years, we've had a few players that have represented both clubs and actually have signed either from each other or to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you can name 3 players that have represented both Birmingham and Millwall, but have signed between the 2 clubs rather than being at the clubs at some point in time. So I've got you. We mentioned Darren Pearce. Didn't sign from Birmingham to go to Millwall or vice versa, but represented both clubs.
Yeah.
But I'll give you one name to help out. Back in the day, 59, 60. So we really are going back in the years. Dave Jones signed from Birmingham to Millwall. But can you name 3 others?
Wow.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but Mint's premium wireless is $15 a month. But I'd like to offer one other perk. We have no stores. That means no small talk. Crazy weather we're having. No, it's not. It's just weather. It is an introvert's dream. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
I think he didn't play for you. He played as well as the other day. Barry Hale didn't play for you, did he? I don't know why that name's in my head, but he ain't. It's from that, we were talking about it before we come on with the Leicester quiz.
Yep.
Do you know what? I don't know.
So, 2 of the last 3 have actually been goalkeepers. That may help you out. One was a loan, 2005, 2006. One was a free transfer, actually, 2022, 23.
2022 was, who was that? Was that George Long didn't come from you, did he? No, so it'd been who was the player we just got? Who was the player? He just went, wasn't he? He was the one with all the controversy with the Crystal Palace game, wasn't it? And
his initials, CT. It's got you even more now, isn't it?
Yeah, proper. CT and a keeper.
Yep. I'm going to put you out your misery in a minute.
Yeah, go on.
Back of your head. Connell Truman.
Yeah. Young kids, yeah.
Yeah. You also had a defensive midfielder from Birmingham. 2019, I was going to say then, 2020 to 21 season. Phenomenal for Birmingham. And actually, I think was a bit of a legend with yourselves as well for the way that he played, which was no holds barred. And I'm going to stick my foot in, and if I hurt people, I hurt people. Mikhail.
Go on. Who?
Mikhail Kiftenbelt.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I was thinking someone else, but no, yeah.
And then others, because these are actually, the goalkeeper. In 2006, he signed to you. 2005, 2006 season. Loan transfer, initial CD. Because I think if we go back any further, you ain't going to know him.
Still got no idea, mate.
Well, that one will be Colin Doyle. So he was didn't play many for Birmingham, to be honest, but he did well when he was out on loan with people. So, and one name I've got to mention because he was an absolute legend at Birmingham, mad fan, and came to yourselves on loan. And we've often spoken to him on Tilton Talk, and that's Paul Tate. I mean, what a guy he was in his time. So we've got a couple of minutes left, and I want to talk about Tuesday night. What does your heart say the result will be, and what does your head say the result will be?
My heart says we'll win, but my head says we'll probably draw. I'm not going to go, I'm not one of those who goes, I think it's bad shape when you go, oh, we're going to lose. I don't think that at all. I think realistically, my heart says we'll win and we'll stuff you probably 3-0 or something like that. I could see heart-wise, because if you watch our show, I'm the Langstaff fan club owner. So I'm going to say Langstaff gets a start, gets a hat-trick, and then we win 3-0. Head, Langstaff won't start, the Serb won't strike, the Serb won't score. We'll have a goal probably from defence and maybe midfield, or even Cooper might score, another defender might score. But I can see it possibly 2-1, 2-2, something like that. Either a slim draw or a slim win. So that's really opened up. I'm going to go. I reckon it'll either be a 1-1 draw or we nick it 2-1. And
I think, my actual predictions are exactly the same as yours because I can't call it. I think we've got a Birmingham side that are going to come off the back and be positive, but it's that level of consistency we haven't seen all season, and will we see the game? The one thing I can say is we're going to have a raucous atmosphere. It's going to be great fun, heading towards a sellout again, which means we maintain our record of selling out every home game this season. So
is that all your stadium? Is it all open now?
It is all open. Yes,
just checking because I know building work
closed off.
Yeah,
we're all open, and God, we've got fireworks now. Hey, it's changed.
We got light shows.
We have a light show every so often, but more fireworks. But it's under the lights. What can we say? You can't beat, for me, St Andrews and a game of football under the lights. Doesn't matter where you are.
It's just getting back to London after that. That's the absolute nightmare.
But Mickey, thank you very much indeed for joining.
No, you're good.
On your way end. We are sponsored by AMG Logistics and in association with the official Birmingham City Supporters Club. So if people are interested and want to join, all you've got to visit is www.bcfcosc.com. Look for your local club, reach out to those leaders, and they'll get back in touch to discuss more. But what can we say? For a tenner, you get a lot. So have a look at the benefits as well. Here's to a great game on Tuesday night. It always is. And I do hope we don't get the dull and drab one now that we've hyped it up so much. And we'll do this again later on in the season when we come down to your place. So
you'll have to come on our live show. We do it live on a Friday. So
we'll get somebody on.
Listen, if we win, Birmingham fans more than welcome to come on and you can cry your tears and we'll just take the piss. But if we lose, don't come on because we got block button and we don't block you. But if you come on and you come on with the right attitude, it's one of those, isn't it? We do a live show. If you come on with the right attitude, then it's great. But sometimes you get people come on who think they're 12 years old and start going, like your mum or this, that, and that. And it's like, mate, if you want to have a conversation, have a conversation. So, come over, check and see. Easy with that Millwall podcast across all socials. You can find us anywhere you want.
Brilliant.
No worries.
Thank you very much again.
No worries.
Awesome. Keep right on.
This episode is proud to be sponsored by Now, where you can stream Sky Sports flexibly. Catch the biggest games this season how you want, when you want. The football season is back, and you can keep up with all the action on Sky Sports with a Now membership. Whether you're perched on the edge of your sofa or hiding behind it, you can capture more of the drama this season with Now. The heat of the moment, the 90th minute winner, that last-ditch tackle, the pride on the line, and the best bit, you can dip in for the derby or stay for the season. With a Now month membership, you can stream all Sky Sports channels flexibly. No fuss. Go to nowtv.com to find out more about sports memberships. 18 plus, UK only. Minimum speed 2.5 megabits per second. Live scheduling may be subject to change. Full terms apply.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Burner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.